Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head wrestling coach of the Hofstra Pride, Dennis Papadatos. And coach, the last show of the year, the NCAA Championships are done. Hofstra has its first All-American since 2012, when we had two back then. Your overall assessment of the NCAA Championships from Michael Hughes?
Friday was an unbelievable day. He put together 4 dominating wins on Friday. I believe he had 4 days of riding time if you accumulated 4 matches on Friday. He went 1-1 on Thursday, lost to Desi, who was way better than we thought. But we still think we could beat him. I think the second match proved that. We had a takedown that would have won it, but Desi's very good, ended up taking third. Friday was one of the best days in recent Hofstra memory history, the way Mike wrestled. Pulled out those 4 wins, came out, solidified that he's the nation pin leader by pinning Pelusi again, from Franklin Marshall on, day 2, and then beat Billy Miller, who beat him last year, 2-1, but it was kind of a dominating 2-1. Like, he was never you kind of dominated him, had a lot of riding time. He was a little nervous. I think we would have turned him if he wasn't so nervous, but he just wanted to make sure he moved on. Huge win over Derek White from Oklahoma State in All-American run, I think 6-2 or 7-2. We gave up a stolen point, which was we were winning big and just kind of didn't really do much. Where we beat him 1-0, in November. Probably 5 minutes of riding time, 2 takedowns. He looked really, really good, and then beat Hermida from Maryland 9-0 or 8-0 in the round where you're already an All-American to go to place top 6. With 6 minutes and I think 37 seconds of riding time. He got 2 takedowns. Mm-hmm. Think about that. He got 2 takedowns in 22 seconds, and the rest he rewrote him out. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable. Yep. It was a good day. We're excited for Mike. Unbelievable effort.
Mike finishes the year 39-6 and 115 career victories, 6th most. 39 victories, 6th most. He has also 41 victories, which is the 4th most in school history back in 2016, 15-16.
And that year he had the most wins in the NCAA.
NCAA, yep. Tied for the most wins.
Oh, tied.
Yeah.
Tied.
Yeah. And tell us what Michael's graduation, first of all, his achievements, and then what his graduation is going to do for this program.
His, he's been an anchor. In a good way, solidifying. And there isn't a team in the nation, including Penn State, that wouldn't be missing a guy like Mike Hughes. One, he's an All-American. No one wants to graduate All-Americans. But even Penn State, who has 5 returning NCAA champions, because Mark Hall is an NCAA champion the year before, 5 returning NCAA champions. Mike is the pin leader. Mike scores points, so there isn't a team in the country that wouldn't like a guy that has 20 pins for the year on their team, or 19, whatever he ended up with. So he's been great. Like I said, he's won over 100 matches in the 3 years I've been his head coach, not including his redshirt year. Yeah. So, if things were a little different, he redshirted as a true freshman and he wrestled his junior year, he probably would have ended as Hofstra's career win leader. Yeah. I think how many was he short of that? Less than 30. He would have had over 30 wins his junior year because he went 29-2 redshirting on 9 events. Yep. So it is what it is. He's been great. We're going to help him, moving forward. He's a local kid that's going to stay around. He's meant a lot. He brought belief back. He brought, like I said, I think he went 12-20 or 13-20 his first year as a true freshman. 21, yep. So wasn't a bunch of hoopla. Slowly, progressively, continuously, constantly progress, moving forward, never gave me lip, bought in from the very, 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 very beginning, listened to everything we said, very, very coachable. So now it proves if you listen and you just keep moving forward, you can get it done. And it brings that in on, it really changes everyone's mindset. Not to say he's not talented, but if he was just a super talent, you could be like, whoa, he was a super talented. Was it really the program? Mike, 13-20. That shows you where where he came in at. Yep. But he listened and he got it done. So the system works, the program works. You can win at a high level at Hofstra with the coaching staff that's here if you just listen and stay the course. And that's the message he sends forward, and we love him for it.
There's no one who knows Mike that couldn't be happier for him.
No,
and his
100%.
achievements, that's for sure.
Holy cow.
Speaking about the program, 10-10 this year, 4-4 in the EIWA. 28th place finish in the Nationals.
Yeah.
Program is progressing upwards.
Sure. I mean, Mike, we finished 4th pretty close to Princeton for third out of all the IWA teams at the national tournament. 14th at the IWA, and then jumped up 10 spots. You know, Mike scored a lot of points. So but that's what you're training for. So definitely progress. You know, we're losing Mike. We feel like we're going to be still much better as a team. You know, especially with the excitement he brought back and the belief he brought back. We believe some guys take jumps. So we made progress. That's what you're trying to do. As I've always said, I've always done much better with the highs than I do with the lows, because I expect the highs. I train that way. I put a lot of work into this thing. My staff puts a lot of work into this thing. We did a minute. You know, we've had good support. We've had a good history. So I expect Mike Hughes to be an All-American. That's why when he All-American, everyone's like, "Wow, unbelievable!" I'm like, "Unbelievable." He was ranked as high as 6th in the country during the year. Like he was supposed to be an All-American.
Yep.
Still hard to do.
Right, absolutely.
It's still super hard to do. But when he did, it's like, yeah, what are you supposed to do? So we are a place that has 30 All-Americans. We had 29. Now we have 30. We're a place that produces All-Americans, and we hope to Mike brought it back, that we continue to do so. Start it back up.
And he also was 11th seed in the championship.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good jump.
For sure.
Let's talk about the schedule next year. I know it's still tentative, but give us a little preview on that.
I mean, I just kind of did some things. We're going to have way less home matches, unfortunately, just because we had so many home matches this year, which means we need to return favors. Working on some trips. Probably, you know, nothing's official yet because it has to get approved by the budget, and I haven't even handed it in yet, but probably going to go to Vegas. Probably going to take a nice break after Christmas. Looking to fly down to the Carolinas at one point in December and in January and wrestle some teams down there. South Carolina, like Citadel, and then a bunch of EIWA and local folk. Probably going to go to Buffalo. And then I think a lot of EIWA next year. A lot of conference matches. Our conference is good. That's kind of the sneak preview, probably highlighted, like I said, by the Carolina trip and Vegas, and then we'll keep working on other stuff.
And you return 8 of the 10 starters next year.
Yeah.
Plus you got some bodies coming in next year as
well.
well.
We're excited about the incoming guys, man. Super excited. So, and we're working on a couple more. So come join the party. You can be an All-American here.
Okay, well, thanks for a great season. Have a good off season, good recruiting, and we want to thank all those fans out there who are watching.
Rutgers, Scott Goodale always tells me he loves my show. Thanks for watching, Scott. You get a shout out.
We know you're watching. Donnie Fritzloff, we know you're watching. And we want to thank everybody for their comments and emails. And we're going to do something special next year. We're going to have questions from the public. So we look forward to that. And we also want to thank our camera person,
Amanda. You know, she speaks very quiet, but she carries a big camera. You know what I mean? She gets it done.
And she's from upstate in Rochester,
yes.
or Western New York in Rochester.
Yes.
And once again, we thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.